Okay, so you join me here after the road trip, whenever this thing has decided to play silly buggers on me and doesn't like to take revs anymore. I have decided that I'm going to swap the fuel tank out for another one that I have that came out of the red car. The plan so far is to get this fuel all out, so I'm starting to drain it out there, or the tank inlet, or the tank outlet, sorry, the pump inlet, and I will fire that into the Granada because it's not fussy. It'll probably like the extra crunch whenever it's trying to chew it up in the V8. So yeah, there was quite a lot of petrol in this. I think I would like to try and keep it over half a tank just in case there was a swirl pump blocked. So I'll get this drained and start in the drop on the tank. I think the petrol's flowing a lot freer than I thought it would, to be honest, and looks quite clean, so I'm sort of a bit concerned that this isn't going to fix it, but it's free and yeah, it's just not going to hurt because I know the other tank's good. So, I have got fuel all drained out. I filtered it using a paint filter and chucked the big lumps into a waste drum. And put the spare fuel into the Granada over there. It'll be grateful of it. I have the fuel pump pulled out of the holder. I'm going to now take off the return pipe here, take off the fuel cylinder wires, which doesn't work right enough, but take off the fuel cylinder wires and start dropping this tank. Yeah. Hopefully, I think I've got the most of it out now, so yeah, let's see. There's quite a lot of dirt in the bottom of that for a tank that was swished out before it was fitted. Okay, so here's the tank that came out. You can see before, or the hole that I welded up before. I think I'm going to have to somehow remake that again without making sparks. In the meantime, it's time for me to put these on in the same place as they came off. In this tank, clip me, I stuck these on well, didn't I? Check everything's on. Rollover valves on, link pipes on. Yeah, I think that's basically us. Take this tank out of the way. Oh, need to put the fuel pump carrier on right enough. And then, good to go. So, time to get this new tank put in. So, just to make sure it hasn't made its way up to this filter, I'm going to take it off now and see if I can get it cleaned out. Right, I'll take this now, clean it out and see what the crack is. Okay, so things escalated slightly again. I wasn't overly happy with this wee filter, just the inside of it, the cleanable element had sort of collapsed upon itself and I wasn't entirely happy. Could have left it in place with the filter element out probably and left it straight through, but this is only temporary, must stress. But I now have a Cytec inline filter in there in the same place as it was. I need to order some more fittings up to make it tidy, but for now it's in and it should hopefully be functional. Cable tied away from the exhaust, etc. So yes, let's put some fuel into this system, fire a tin of injector cleaner into the brand new fuel. I think I'm going to be over the top and filter the fuel as it goes in, just in case it was the jerry cans that put the crap into the tank. So yeah, let's get this thing filled up again with fuel, injector cleaning in it, and see if it's made any difference whatsoever. Okay, update. I changed the tank, flushed it all out as I saw earlier, changed the filter to a Cytec one, and took it for a spin down to my friend's house, which is 30 miles away, to see if it got any better. It didn't on the way there. Well, that's a lie. It did. It was really bad whenever I first started it, but it got better almost to the stage where it wasn't really hesitating down low any longer. So the spluttering was gone whenever you instantly mashed the throttle. That was fixed, but there was just no real power. I knew that it had been quicker before. So whenever I got to my mate's house, we cleaned the plugs, checked them, and they weren't too bad. I hadn't cleaned them yet, so since doing the tank, so thought it wouldn't hurt. Cleaned them anyway. And whenever we sort of went to have a quick look at a few other bits and pieces that it could be, I found that the preload on this actuator, the nut had wound away back to about here, and the preload had managed to adjust itself to 0. So basically that means that the wastegate wasn't actually sealing, therefore it wasn't building any boost on this side, just this one. That would explain the surging that I was feeling coming home from Cornwall. Whenever you throttled it, it was almost like it was fighting against itself, which would explain a lot really. Whenever this side wasn't making boost, this one was. They both teed together down here and into the intercooler, so yes, it wasn't happy. But it was like a light switch. It is instantly transformed to the quickest that it's been since I've had this car. So happy right now. It boosts lovely. It is driving lovely, no spluttering, just I can't believe it. Today is my birthday and it was the best birthday present I could have got, to be honest. I'm so happy right now to have this sorted. I was envisaging having to rip all this off, change injectors, just that was the next port of call for me. I've never built a turbo car before him, this is being honest. I don't really know about actuators and wastegates and all that carry on. So yeah, I'm learning every day. So I'm going to need to order a couple of fittings up. I'm going to keep that fuel filter on and tidy it up so it's not sitting sort of wonky. And I have a few other wee jobs that I need to do. I need to fix an oil leak, which is on the Christmas tree thing down there for all the oil pressure takeoffs. I have an oil leak at the gearbox. Let's see how bad it is. Yeah. The filler cap on the catch tank, I think it actually is a lot better there now, but it was venting a lot and blowing oil everywhere. I need to order some V-bands for the exhaust because the cheap ones I bought don't tighten in tight enough and they've bottomed out before they've actually fully tightened, so it's blowing out a wee bit around the exhaust. The back exhaust mount needs tweaked so it doesn't fall off. It's happened a couple of times now. I need to wire the indicators and side lights and stuff into the dash to get the indicators working and stuff, so that I know that the side lights are on and the indicators are flashing. Like, I need it for MOT. It's not just a want thing. I need to have telltale signs on the dash that everything's working. I need to, now I've swapped that tank out, my VDO sender is currently in the other tank. I'm not actually sure, I don't know if I'll bother putting it in. I might just try and get the standard Capri one working with input the voltages in, or the ohms or resistance range into my dash and see if it works. Full and empty, at least I can test it out of it on the bench. Yeah, a few other bits and pieces to tidy up, but overall it is very nearly there. I'm so happy right now. The rest of the episode, who knows what's going to come, but for now I am going home on a high. Yeah, buzzing. So, the car, so far, the issues seem to be still sorted. I've done about 40 miles, maybe more actually, maybe 60 odd since the actuator tweak, and everything seems to be going well. All the temperatures and everything are sitting lovely, and yeah, it seems to be working. We're on a club run at the minute, the end of season run for the Capri club, so it's not exactly a spirited drive, but yeah, so far can't complain. We're going up the north coast of Northern Ireland, which having never been, it's definitely worth the trip over. Yeah, I will catch up with you again in a wee bit, but for now, just enjoy the music. So, being at home, car decided that it wanted to play silly buggers on the way home. I think it was my fault. I'll blame myself. Basically, I don't know if you can see it very well. The map sensor's down in there, and I think this coolant hose was resting on the plug for the map sensor. This is another reason why you should get digital dashes, ladies and gentlemen. The map sensor, I have it displayed on the dashboard, so I can actually see what everything's doing on the car. So it was spluttering, wasn't revving out, it just wasn't going well at all. But I was able to see that the map sensor was spiked away up to like 4 bar whenever it was idling. So yeah, it wasn't accurate whatsoever. So I was able to then go out and have a look, and yes, right enough, the plug, whenever I unplugged it and put it in again properly and moved the coolant hose out of the way, it came back to normal, drove the whole way home. So if that's all that's wrong on a 110 mile round trip, I will take it. The rest of the day went perfect, no issues that I can report. Need to put more petrol in it and see what miles to the gallon I'm getting now that I've actually got 2 turbos working. I'll brim it the next time I'm out and see, but yeah, for now, I don't know if I'm going to do too much else to this thing at the moment. I have a lot more than I need to do to it, but yeah, I have other stuff to do, and it's working and on the road. So it's going to be driven all year round. I don't put stuff away at the winter, just drive it as it's meant to be driven. So I think I might just park it to the side for now and take it out whenever I fancy a spin to get ice cream. I am in the middle of doing the Granada, so you can see the bonnet and stuff's off it. I've been doing a lot of wiring in it, so there should be another Granada episode out at some point very soon, if it's not out already. The MOT at the time of recording this is 2 weeks away, so yeah, this is all the wiring that all come out of it. That's not needed, but anyway, this isn't about the Granada, this is about the Capri. Yeah, a few bits to fix for next season. Need to get the limited slip diff fitted for sure, because it's just no fun without it really. You've all that power and you're just spinning one wheel. So I have to sort the exhaust at the back. It is hitting a wee bit on the axle breather, so I need to tweak it a tad. Not really much else, to be fair. I want to wrap that downpipe. There's a blowout of that turbo downpipe as well. The dash needs finished. I need to reprint the dash fascia thingy for around the dash, because I don't know if you saw it in the road trip video, but at night time the dash reflects on the windscreen because it's tilted at an angle. It somehow reflects itself here. Now to get around that, I don't know where it is. To get around that, I have a bit of cardboard that I put here, right around the dash, and extend this sun shield. Turns out it's not a sun shield, it's a night shield. So I'm going to redo this and extend this on out a tad, and the whole way out round to make it properly shielded in. And then it hopefully won't hit the windscreen at night time. I need to obviously redo the rest of this dash. The gauges are all just sort of slotted into the original 6-dowel holes. But I've wiring to do. You have to wire in the heated windscreen, wiring this heated seat. I have a few other bits and pieces to do, but don't be panicking. The Xpack project is definitely not over. It's just, I don't know how much I'm going to get done in the next few months on it really. Yeah, I think I'm going to let that finish me for this one, folks. It's been a hell of a trip so far with this thing. It has definitely tested me, it's tested my skills, and I'm just very happy that it's actually working. Yeah, can't believe the power that it's actually putting down. Well, that's another thing. I'm still waiting on getting into the dyno. Once that's sorted, I'll be doing that, and I will obviously post the results on here. I'm thinking of turning on channel memberships. It's been sitting in the background now for well over a year and I haven't turned it on, but tempted to turn it on at some point in the near future. So if you fancy seeing behind the scenes on the dyno and seeing Granada MOT and just general insight into the rest of what goes on here that doesn't make the channel, then it might be something for you to think about. I will fire a wee video up probably explaining what's going on at some point very short or very soon. But for now, I'm going to go. I will see you again very soon. Now I've actually got a bit of a motivation back and a bit of time back. It's nice to get down to the shed again and put through stuff. So Granada is the big priority at the moment. I do have a customer's car to come in over the winter. It's a Mark II Capri. So I've had to come in to get front wings, front bonnet, front valance, back arch, sill, A-post, footwells, inner sills. Yeah, basically it's for full rebuild. So I've that to do at some point over the winter as well. So hence why I'm thinking of putting this away for a bit. Yes, anyway, enjoy, and I will see you in the next one. Just a reminder, the merchandise section over on the website is still live. If you want to go over and grab yourself a lovely t-shirt or keyring or a hat even, because it's coming into winter now. There's stickers on there. There's also repro bits for Capris. There's seatbelt clips, seatbelt covers, turbo tail fixtures, a few different bits and pieces on there. So yeah, take a wee look at that. I'll be very grateful. Every little helps and all that. Sorry Tesco for stealing your slogan, but yeah, have a look. Bye.